Sitting in my office, October 3rd, 2024, with an arm in a sling. I just had surgery. So my pec and supraspinatus tendon tore in jiu-jitsu a few weeks back. Physics and leverage and age. No idea what happened. Sucks getting old. Should have zigged when I zagged. I don't know, whatever you want to go with. But sitting at home now, 2 weeks off of work. And for a tattoo artist, that's no good. Over the past 2 years, I've been working to safeguard tattooing from overregulation, starting off early 2000 with the APT, the Alliance of Professional Tattooists, looking to educate everyone that a new federal law had just happened, and it was called the Modernization of Cosmetic Regulation Act. And that new law was supposed to bring European regulations here to the United States, or at least it threatened to. And there was all this concern that there would just be these irrational regulations. And don't get me wrong, the European regulations when it comes to tattoo ink is stupid. It created these like rules and regulations for shit that just doesn't really make sense for tattooing. And then it created these laws that are nuts. If you're in the European Union and you get caught using the tattoo inks that you use here in the United States, they could put you in jail. There's a 3-year imprisonment, 50,000 euro fine. And the crazy thing is they've made the tattoo inks here in America illegal in the European Union, but the inks that they made legal in the European Union are dangerous. The country of Germany recalled them because they're having all kinds of weird reactions to them. And through our efforts, we've educated the US government, the FDA. We've been really working hard with them. And like getting involved was my way of giving back to tattooing. And I started investing lots of my own resources on videos and travel and marketing, and really pushed the organization forward and had a lot of success, especially out the gate. Everyone wants to be aware when some crazy crap's going to happen. And the funny thing is when you deal with government, it's like everything moves super slow. And what started off as, oh, we got to be careful of this invasion. The invasion is the slow, steady molasses movement, volcanic magma speed of politics and bureaucracy. This new federal law is going to make drastic changes to our tattoo products, all of them. It's going to take time. And honestly, some of the changes aren't bad. And that's the thing is I've discovered over the past 2 years. Like I've been engaging thoroughly with a lot of tattoo ink manufacturers and suppliers and just supply companies and just tattoo artists that are involved with supplies. And for the most part, shit was unregulated. Very little oversight on this massive amount of production of stuff. And again, for the reputable manufacturers, we can still trust them. They're still putting quality products out. But you got the attention and attracted the eyes of large corporations that are coming through and buying up all the manufacturers, buying up the suppliers, and initially streamlining and making things more efficient and effective. But then now we're starting to see where they're like laying off the original crew, laying off the mom and pop shops, laying off the tattoo artists and the manufacturers and the creators of these products. And that's just going to lead to outsourcing. They're going to look to outsource to cheaper, less regulated places. And so it's just been a crazy back and forth as a practitioner, as a tattoo artist. I want to make sure that I'm not being overregulated. I want to be able to tattoo the way I like to tattoo, knowing that I'm doing it in a safe and professional manner. But I also want to make sure that the products that I'm using I can trust. And now it's just in this tumultuous state, and it just continues to get crazier. More and more people keep coming to tattooing because there's no barrier for entry. There's this concern that there's like these gatekeepers keeping tattoo artists out, but there's no gate anymore. If there's a gate, people are standing at the gate and they're keeping it, but they're like standing in a gate that has no fence. There's a gate and there's nothing stopping people just walking around. You just go to Amazon, buy yourself a tattoo kit, go to YouTube, watch yourself a how to tattoo video. It's just so easy to start doing tattoos. It's not easy to tattoo. It's not easy to have a career in it. Now people are just like starving for information, starving for education, starving to learn. So you have people that are just like claiming that they'll do that, putting out education that people think will give them quality. And half the time it's half-assed information or a piece of the journey, not the entirety of it. Or taking people on these apprenticeships and they turn out to be just some sort of slave labor, teaching them bad habits, not giving them the full spectrum of what you're supposed to know when it comes to tattooing, and then just leaving them in the lurch. And can't say it's not affecting both sides. I know there are some really good people out there that are trying to mentor and trying to teach and trying to take on students, and they've been hurt too. I've seen plenty of mentors that take on somebody who they give them their all. They put their blood, sweat, tears, their heart and their soul into their training, and they teach this person. They come up, person's successful, get ready to go, and then less than 2-3 years, they bounce. They just go off and do their own thing, leaving that mentor. But there's a lot going on in the industry today. You'd think that we'd have a good, strong representation, and the Alliance of Professional Tattooists, which has been around for decades. In the eyes of the government, it's a strong, solid, consistent organization that has been teaching health and safety to tattoo artists for a long time. Sure, looks good on paper, but you're talking about a nonprofit organization of volunteers looking to use up whatever spare time they could potentially have to work on advocacy. Tattooers are busy. Got to sit down for hours and spend so much time, energy, effort, soul, spirit, blood, sweat, tears. And we're not putting our blood, sweat, tears in tattoos, but we're putting so much into it that we don't have free time. Tattoo all day, go home and kiss your partner and your kids or whatever, and eat and go back to drawing and go to sleep, get up, repeat. It's hard. So being a part of a nonprofit organization that's working to safeguard tattooing, I mean, it is all our own steam. There is not a lot of support. There's not a lot of super active people that are gung-ho and doing a whole bunch of the organization. It's basically the few of us that are grinding our gears. I love tattooing. It's been amazing. It is amazing. It's done so much for me and my family and my friends and for my soul, honestly. I'm also trying to pay attention to the future, trying to read the writing on the wall. There's so much that can be done. This new generation needs to know what to learn and how to go about it. Nothing beats that one-on-one education when it comes to tattooing and an apprenticeship, but there's so much that can be taught in a classroom environment, and we do it all the dang time. There's seminars, we learn techniques, we learn strategies, we learn business management, marketing. All this can be taught in a class. The theory can be taught in a class. The microbiology and physiology, bloodborne pathogens and cross-contamination, all this classroom, all these things can be done so the information is actually ingrained and learned, because many apprenticeships unfortunately bypass a lot of that book work. They go right to the skills. When it comes down to laying that needle to skin and actually learning how to put down a clean tattoo, that's got to be done with some sort of elder guiding you. And there's more focused attention. When you have one mentor and one apprentice, you get that much more intricate education, and that will play out into a more intricate tattoo in the future. It's just better all around. So I think the education needs to grow. We need people that are out there willing to pioneer that and get past getting canceled, because if you get into education with tattooing, you're going to be canceled. It's just hands down. I think if you do it right, you'll weather the storm, because the old school gatekeeping mentality of no education or some sort of group education in the tattoo industry is quickly vanishing as the older tattooers are vanishing and quitting and dying off. This newer generation doesn't have very strong connections to them. But if we don't do something about it, we're going to have all these fly-by-night, completely non-tattoo entities or people coming in and trying to teach tattoo artists and tattoo schools and salons and such. People are going to continue to just get these really crappy, short, fast educations, and they're not going to really go anywhere. Or they're going to go right to somebody getting a bad tattoo, potentially infection. That infection could potentially lead to some sort of legal ramifications, which then incite some sort of stiffer regulations, and then those of us who are professional have to navigate that. So, wow. Talk about depresso, stresso, espresso. This is just venting. No idea what I'm going to do with this. If I'm even going to put this stuff out. If you find any value with this, let me know. Thank you for your time.